Climate change has come to Kew. Carpets of snowdrops, crocuses in bloom, fields of daffodils. You'd be forgiven for thinking we were well into spring. But it's not. It's mid-February, and though average temperatures are up, today is actually pretty cold. The timing of natural events is one of the most responsive aspects of the natural world to global warming, and horticulturalists have been alarmed by how early some varieties have arrived this year.
This has been flowering now for 2 or 3 weeks since the beginning of February, and it should flower in March. You can see it having come into flower, it's now got damaged. Oh, here's a bee.
Is that early as well?
That's pretty early, yes. They don't usually like to come out when it's so cold, but you can see the early flowers have got damaged by the frost we've had the last few nights. There are other more important consequences. If you're looking at a species that's in its natural environment and it starts to behave strangely, leafing out or flowering at the wrong time of year, the animals and insects, for example, that interact with it may not be ready or may not get pollinated because the insect that would normally pollinate it hasn't emerged yet, but the plant's already there. This is part of an area planted with British native species. A hawthorn already in leaf. The common name of this tree is May, which means it should flower in May. But it doesn't, it's now going to flower. And this is a tree that's evolved in our unpredictable climate, so you would expect it to be better controlled than this. And I think it really is a reflection of how much our climate's changing.
The global climate has risen by about ½ a degree in the last 100 years, but even that is enough to make a noticeable difference. Now we can see the effects of climate change in the biggest back garden in the land. Only time will tell what the consequences of disrupting this natural cycle will be.